Hey guys, it's Paul here with Gear Test TV, and today I'm going to be reviewing the RC-8860 tripod from Robus. So with all the fancy electronic equipment that we use for video production nowadays, it's not very often that I would get excited for something like a tripod. I mean, after all, it is just a stand for your camera, basically. But today I'm going to be taking a look at a tripod that when I first took it out of the box, I got pretty excited about it. So I wanted to share it with you in this review video. Now it's the RC-8860, which is a carbon fiber tripod from Robus. Obviously, this is not the tripod itself. This is the bag that it comes in, but I figured we would start with the bag. It has a shoulder strap here with a little shoulder pad. It has two handles. There's a Velcro strap in there, so you can attach the two handles if you want to. And then one of the things that I really like about the design of this bag is that the zipper runs down the length of the bag, but it also runs around the top. So if you want to, if I can hold this, you can unzip just this little top flap here and pull the tripod out that way. Or you can zip it out all the way down the length of the bag and pull the whole tripod out. Now, one last thing before I toss the bag to the side that I want to show you is, if I can get the camera to focus here, it has a little pouch on the inside for carrying some of the accessories that it comes with, which I'll get into those a little bit later. But notice the quality of this bag is so high, they even have a little flap to cover the zipper on the pouch of the inside of the bag to keep it from scratching your tripod. I mean, I feel like I could just stop the review there and say that theme pretty much continues throughout the entire design of this tripod. I mean, the entire thing is really nice. So really quickly, just going over some of the specs of this tripod, it has a maximum working height of 63.8 inches. So that's to the plate here. So once you add, say, a ball head or something like that, it's going to be even a little bit taller. And if you need even more height than that, they do sell an optional center column for this, which I'll be going over a little bit later in the video. Now, because standard it does not have a center column, and because these legs can fold out almost entirely horizontal with the spider on top, which is the little plate where all the legs attach, it has a minimum working height of just 4 inches. So if you like to get those really low shots, you're able to do that with this tripod. So in addition to that, the tripod has a load capacity of 77 pounds, which is insane because the tripod only weighs 6.3 pounds. Now, the reason that it has such a high load capacity at such a low weight is because the legs are made out of a 10X carbon fiber. So that makes it very strong, even though it's very lightweight. The legs themselves, there are 4 sections, which means 3 leg locks, and it will collapse all the way down as you see it here to what I believe is just over 24 inches. So still small enough to easily fit in something like a suitcase if you're traveling with it. The locks themselves have a nice rubber coating, so they're easy to grip even if your hands are wet or really cold. And you just twist one direction to unlock, you twist the other direction to lock, and it has a nice stopping point. So it's not like you're worried about over tightening or under tightening. You can pretty much tell when the lock has stopped and where the legs are locked in. And there's also, if you notice, you can turn, I don't know, a couple of degrees even before the leg will move. So you don't have to worry about the lock getting bumped slightly and then suddenly one of the legs collapsing. It's a nice solid lock, so I really like these. And moving on to the bottom of the tripod, it has these 3 rubber feet that come already installed on it, and they work really well. I would say that the majority of the places where you would use this tripod, these feet are going to be perfectly fine, but it does come with these spikes that you can just unscrew these feet and screw these in if you want to use them. And in addition to that, they also come with these rubber flat-footed feet. Flat feet, rubber flat feet, whatever you want to call them. It comes with 3 of these as well, so you have a lot of options for different feet. And one thing that you'll notice is that these feet are rubber, so when they're tightened down, they're going to make a nice waterproof seal with the bottom of your tripod, so if you use it in water, you don't have to worry about water getting up inside the tripod legs. And then even the other 2 feet do have a rubber O-ring, so even when you use the other feet, you're still going to have a nice waterproof seal to keep water from getting on the inside of the legs. Moving back toward the top of the tripod, you can see that 2 of the 3 legs have this rubber grip around the top of them. It just makes it really easy and comfortable to carry around. And then you can see here that the tripod has these little clips on the top of each leg, so you can just slide that out and adjust the leg to whatever angle you want it to be at. And the tops of the legs also have this bolt that go through. The tripod does come with the Allen wrench that you need to adjust the stiffness of that leg. If it's too tight or if you need it tighter, you can adjust that simply with the included Allen wrench. On the very top of the tripod, you can see that it has a bubble level here, so even if you're using a head that does not have a level on it, the tripod has one built in. You can see here it has this free spinning little clip, so if you want to connect that to even a strap, I have noticed that you can take the neck strap off of the carrying case and attach it to this, so if you want to carry this around without putting it back inside the bag, you can attach a neck strap to it right there. So then we have this plate on the top here, which has the 3/8 thread for attaching whatever tripod head you want to use, and on the bottom it has a nice solid hook for attaching either a sandbag or hanging your camera bag, whatever you want to add there, just to add a little bit more weight to the tripod, make it a little more sturdy. Now this is interchangeable, and it even comes with a couple of other options. The way that you would change out this plate is pretty quick and simple. You just use this bolt here. It has a thumb screw that you would slide in. It has a little spring there. You slide it in, you can loosen that up, but you'll notice that even after it's perfectly loose, it still will not come out. So they have a safety feature for that, which is this little tab, which you have to pull out. And when you pull that out, then the plate will simply slide out of the top. And I'll show you now. Well, you know what? First, let me go ahead and set up the tripod, and then I'll show you some of the other options that we have for this plate. Okay, so I have the tripod set up here. This is not the full height, by the way. There's still one more entire leg section where this could be extended up a lot higher. But I wanted to show you the bowl mount adapter. Now this comes with the tripod, so this is not a separate accessory that you have to buy. And this is actually my preferred way to use this tripod. I'm usually using this adapter, and you can just pop it in to the top here. That little safety locks in, and then you use this bolt to tighten that on down, and then that makes it nice and solid. And then even if you don't have a tripod head that is specifically made for using with a bowl mount, you can buy these little adapters for fairly cheap online, and then that simply just screws into the bottom there. And then I can use something like this fluid head that I have, and I can just screw this onto the top. So now the head is attached, and the reason that I like using the bowl mount is that it adds the benefit of being able to have a little bit of play with the level of the head. So instead of having to adjust each leg individually, as long as the tripod is for the most part level, you can kind of fine tune with the ball head and get the tripod head exactly level where you want it. Now the tripod itself is super sturdy. I mean, there is no play in that whatsoever. It is a rock solid tripod. Now that is everything that the tripod comes with, but I'm going to pop this head off, and I want to move over and show you the center column that it comes with. But while I'm doing that, I'll show you that if you want to, you can just pop off this entire assembly with the bowl mount and everything. You don't have to attach each individual piece every time you want to use this. If you want to, you can just pop the whole assembly off. So this is the Robus CC-001. So this is a center column that is separate from the tripod. It's an option if you would like to add this to either just be able to get that fine-tune height adjustment or add a little bit of extra height to the tripod. They do sell this optional center column, and you'll notice that the plate is the same as the other plates that come with the tripod. So it's going to pop in exactly the same way as the other plates, and I'll just tighten that down, and that's nice and solid. And then it has this wing style head on the top, and you just spin that to loosen it. You can adjust it up to whatever height you want to, and then that is nice and solid. I can then take my ball head and screw that onto the top, and I'm good to go. Now the center column has a travel distance of 12 inches, so you can add an extra foot of height to the tripod. And I'm gonna back up here just to show you how tall you can get this tripod with the added center column. So I now have the tripod itself and the center column both fully extended. To give you a frame of reference, I'm 6'1", so the tripod itself comes up to about the height of my neck, and then it's just way taller than me with the center column. So if you need a tripod with a lot of height, this would be a great option. So wrapping up, this is a really, really solid tripod. And even though it is a beast of a tripod, I mean, the thing is big, it's still fairly lightweight. So if you need something really solid that you can still travel with if you need to, this would be an excellent option. So that's gonna do it for this review of the Robus RC-8860. You can check them out on the B&H website. I'll have the link in the description below if you'd like to check that out. If you have any questions for me, you can leave them in the comments section. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.